Good evening, gentlemen and ladies. We'll start the panel discussion. The topic of the discussion is core skills and value for the next decade, right? And what do young entrepreneurs do to get it right, right? That's the topic of the discussion. We're very glad to have two of the young entrepreneurs with us. Interestingly, Simar comes from North India, has built a business starting in North India and covered the entire country. And we have Siddhanth, starting from South India and doing the discussion in West India. So what a great combination to have here, today evening. Let's start off by just understanding about why they do what they do, right? To start off with, and then we can dig deep into it. Siddhanth?
I think first of all, I would like to thank Hurun India and Avendus for this wonderful opportunity. So this is AVR Siddhanth. So I am the 5th generation director of AVR Swarnamal Group. So I started this journey when I was 17 years old, where I was working as well, I was studying as well. So I was balancing both. So I think it's just not passion. I also felt it's a huge responsibility as a 5th generation to take the legacy forward, and I wanted to inspire my generation as well, because a lot of generational business were not passed on. So I felt that I wanted to create an example. So we hail from Kumbakonam, and I think today we have 30 stores across South India, and I think right now we are a 98-year legacy concern, and in the jewelry ecosystem, I think we have 5 brands under the system of AVR Swarnamal Group.
Lovely, lovely. Simar?
So good evening everyone, namaskar. Thank you Hurun India for this opportunity. So आपका question है कि why I do what I do, right? Yes. You cannot light up this room. That's why, what we do, right? You cannot run data centers without power. You cannot build a digital India without grid. At Hartek, being the 3rd largest engineering construction company, whether it is building the grid infrastructure of India or the solar in India, it is the basic need today, right? And when we see India, right, when we talk about a Vikasit Bharat, we talk about, let's say, a developed nation, power is that raw material, right? Okay. So I think that is when we go to project sites across India, that we are building these transmission projects or solar projects, the fact that every power plant is going to light up millions of homes, and so that is the reason why I do what I do. Lovely. And आपका WhatsApp नहीं चलेगा अगर data center या कोई 1 minute का भी shutdown हो गया. So I think that is what gives us that kick. And I think just to play that small minuscule role in the India's development story, that is what we do. And I think every time I talk about what we do at Hartek, we're driven by just sheer purpose and the scale at the things that we do.
Lovely, lovely. So let's discuss about the core topic, which is, core values, right? So I asked my dear friend, ChatGPT, what core values of entrepreneurs should be. And it has given me that it should be integrity, ethics, resilience, ownership mindset, long-term orientation, humility, customer and stakeholder respect, right? The question which I want to ask you is, what are the values, right, which needs a change and a new thought process for the next generation? Siddhanth?
So I think I'm open to innovate. So being in the luxury industry, I think the trends keep changing very quickly. And we also need to be more system-oriented, because I think being in the jewelry business, I think still many things are manually done. So AI-driven, system-oriented is where I would say the way I have to go.
Okay. I think for me, it's a no-brainer. We are so much, the jargons of blockchain, AI, technology. I feel the value when you talk about is authenticity. And I feel that, in a world that which is designed to distract ourselves on a day-to-day basis, when you want to build large enterprises, you have to be an authentic leader. And how do you be authentic, right? How do you let's say 10,000 people or 5,000 people working in an organization trust you, the only way you can develop trust is authenticity. So from my viewpoint, the value has to be authenticity, because long-term authenticity builds trust. And trust, if you see Tata's tagline, it is leadership with trust, right? So I think long-term authenticity builds trust, and trust builds large institutions. So I think value has to be authenticity for me.
Got it. Now that we have discussed values, let's go into skills, right? And my dear friend said that you should have vision, strategic thinking, execution, discipline, risk management, sales influence, etc. But again, according to you today, what should it be that the skills are transforming, new skills are required? What is that one or two skills that needs to be looked at specifically for the next decade? Let's ask Sumar. Yeah.
So I think your friend ChatGPT is doing a great job, but I think I'll again go with the fundamentals, because मुझे ये समझ आता है व्यापार ना fundamentals पे बनता है, व्यापार jargons में नहीं बनता. And I feel that value was authenticity and skill is adaptability. That's about it, right? कुछ भी बात कर लो technology, if you do not have the courage to adapt, you will die, right? हम बोलते हैं कि आप अडेप्ट कर जाओ, बट अडेप्ट के लिए करेज चाहिए, राइट? करेज टू अडेप्ट, एंड देन यू सॉर्ट ऑफ इवॉल्व एंड बिल्ड an organization or a product or service. So for me, value has to be authenticity, skill has to be the courage to adapt.
Got it.
I think for me is the evolution, right? So even if there's a legacy brand, if we don't evolve, we don't stay in trend or stay into the competitiveness. So I think I would say the evolution part is very important for each and everybody to go forward as well.
So both of you joined the family business, right? And I'm sure at some point in time somebody would have said you, right, you're very young, right? तुम्हें पता है या पता नहीं है, right? How do you tackle such situation? How do you tackle change that you would want to, bring about in the organization?
So basically, so I'm just 27 years old, and I think in the boardroom, I have my grandfather, I have my mom, I have my grandmother, so the entire family basically, my brother, my father. So basically, I think we should be a good listener, right? We should be a good listener, be patient, take in all the ideas, and end of the day, being a family business, everyone's input, everyone's effort, everyone's energy is what makes a family business. So I feel that you need to be very, very patient, be a good listener, and then everything sustains and strategies work.
Simar?
Since हम एज बता रहे हैं तो I'm 35 by the way, but I think मेरे केस में different था. जैसे सिद्धांत is very blessed, 5th generation. I think when I joined 2011, we were a 20 crore business at that time. And I think I still remember my father बुला के, we're based in Chandigarh, बुला के ना बड़ा सा zero लिख दिया. कहते हैं आज ये 20 करोड़ जीरो है, इसको 10,000 करोड़ बनाता है, 5,000 करोड़ बनाता है, वो तेरा आगे जीरो है. So in fact for me the biggest motivation was that he was very clear, भाई जो धंधा हम कर रहे हैं, you should not do that, right? And as a result, that for me that built a founder mindset. And I went down to found Hartek Solar, which built rooftop projects back in 2014. So I think journey was different, and I feel that every generation now is coming with a different kind of mindset. And I think to build a founder mindset is very, very important, that आप एक चीज पकड़ो, उसको excel चीज बनाओ. Problem क्या होता है कि when you join and too many people are doing the same thing, you cannot create a mark, right? So, and for me, maybe it was a compulsion because we were not 5th generation, we were, and at that time, so, and I think, so it's fast forward to 2026, we're third largest in India right now. So I think, that's been the mindset, and to build a founder mindset is the key going forward.
So I'll ask you a few questions, which is quick answers, right? First is, which new age entrepreneur do you admire the most?
I would say Jensen Huang, the founder of NVIDIA.
Right. Why?
Because I think the way he's taking artificial intelligence to the next level, not just in system integrations, but practically as well. And it's connecting with our livelihoods, and it's very futuristic, it's very aspiring. So yeah.
Simar?
Yeah, new age को कैसे define करते हो? Like for me, I really look up to Anand Mahindra. So is he a new age or वो new age में नहीं आया? But I feel because
करता है महिंद्रा तो.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think someone like a Anand Mahindra, someone like a Nandan Nilekani. Nobody talks about Nandan Nilekani that much, right? हम वो 3, 4, 5 लोग बोलते हैं, but I think the sheer impact that these people have built, and you know, when we talk about legacy, you know, it's let's understand. You know, Siddhanth is like 5th generation. Like when we talk about Birlas and Mahindras, like we have to understand the scale at which they are operating, and to still sustain and build a leader category in that what they're doing requires immense amount of authenticity and courage. So I'll pick 2, Nandan Nilekani and Anand Mahindra.
Lovely. So quick 2-word answers for all these now. One business metric you're most obsessed with.
I think sales conversion.
Cash flow, operating cash flow, that's about it.
What matters most at your current stage? Profitability or scale?
Profitability, 100%.
Profitability with scale.
That's 3 words. What is the biggest startup myth founders should be wary of?
Startup myth?
What is a myth?
The overnight success exists karta hai.
Play safe.
One work tool you cannot function with, and mobile is not an answer. What is a tool that you cannot live with? Without, rather.
I think to manage multiple brands and to work 24/7, I think AI assistant would do.
Simar?
I can't think of anyone.
Yeah? No? Okay. If capital were not a constraint, whom would you hire immediately and why?
If capital is not constrained,
Yeah.
so I'll give the most absurd answer is that Mukesh Bhai, because he's the only one in the world which thinks at crazy scale and executes brilliantly. That is the most dangerous and lethal combination any entrepreneur can have. Think at a humongous scale and execute brilliantly on the ground. That's a more dangerous combination, and that's the only one. I don't know whether that capital still exists. उनको लेके आने के लिए, but that's the answer for me.
Siddhanth?
I can't think of
Can't
this.
think of anybody. So, okay, last 2 questions. One piece of advice you wish you had ignored early on?
Which?
One piece of advice that you got from anybody?
I think more focus on execution, because you know, as an infrastructure company, your revenue is built at project site, not boardrooms, right? So I think more focus on execution, visiting project sites more. But I think so that will be
That will
our head start mil jata. Yeah.
I would say don't focus on profit, build valuation.
Right. And last question of mine is 70-hour work week or work-life balance?
So I don't understand work-life balance, so I think I'll go with the
70-hour work week?
I don't know 70 kitna karna hai, but yeah.
Siddhanth?
I'm okay with both as long work keeps happening.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for a fabulous session and for being so candid. Thank you, everyone, for having a keen attention to us. Thank you.